Hi, how are you guys doing today? Sometimes I like to do art and stuff, but you know what? I have so much information for y'all, so I really hope you guys are digging what I'm saying. Ha, I'm talking about land, so that's not a pun, but it made me laugh because I know what I'm talking about. I really wanted to focus today. I owned an urban farm from 19 to the age of 29. I just turned 30, and that was a wild experience. And I think I learned so much from it, but the main thing that I learned, and that was always a reminder, is that I'd never owned that piece of land. One, I want to give big ups to the Lene Lenape tribe, because this is the land that we stand on. This is their tribal lands. But I also know that Black people are very indigenous to this country. And when I realized that, okay, this is city land, we're doing urban farming, I kind of came up with this unpopular opinion that, and you know, have your own if you will, but I feel like reclamation of land is very necessary. And I'm starting to understand that in cities it's needed for programs like this amazing farm right here, Sankofa Farm, is the food that they produce, the families that they feed, that is all necessary. And for 10 years, for 6 of those 10 years, I was making $18,000 to $20,000 a year, which we have 3 kids, a family, a bigger family than just that. How was I even supporting them? And it made me think that because I had no equity in what I was doing, there's no way that I could actually grow in this industry of urban farming. So I felt like I was sharecropping, because all you're doing is you get these free seeds, free plants from different folks, they donate it, and you grow all this food, but you're growing it in the hood, so you can't charge up like Whole Foods. You know, I think we used to give our vegetables away for $1. So how are we giving back? We have to write grants. So if you're writing grants, that's kind of like our ancestors that sharecropped, where it was like, okay, we're gonna let y'all borrow these tools and borrow this stuff, but it's not yours. But you're gonna grow this food and we're gonna take a cut, and then you guys can have the scraps. And even, when I was a little bit younger, like 20, 21, having an $18,000 salary was like, word, we going to Thailand, we doing everything, I'm going everywhere. Now at 30, married with kids, $18,000 is what our son eats in rice milk, and in drinks in rice milk, and what Compton eats in crackers for lunch. So we had to figure out another way. We had to figure out another way to be able to be sustainable and actually start to think about when our sons turn 20 and 30 and 40. Not even when I turn, when I get older, it's about what are our kids gonna have? So today I'm gonna talk a little bit about Black land loss. So I was looking up some research today, and the Center for Social Inclusion gives us the stats that in 1910, 200,000 farmers were registered over 15 million acres. In 1999, it was found that only 7.3 million acres were owned by Black people privately, and that land was valued at $14 billion. Whoa. Everyone's like, oh, the Black community, we so poor, we live in the projects. No, $14 billion, only over 17 million acres of land. So I was like, I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. I'm gonna own some land. This time last year, I was driving Uber Eats. Because remember, we only make $18,000, that's gone before you even spend it, right? So we were driving Uber Eats, me and my partner were making like $100, something like that. And we were like, you know what? We want to buy some land. I think we had like $200 in our account. So where do we start? I had started doing research about 2 years ago, looking all over the country, looking all over the world to see how much land costs, where, what, why. And I was like, okay, I'm from California, most expensive state in the country, but you know what? Let's take a look. There's a few places that I was like, okay, maybe here or here. We made the investment, we took a vacation to California, rented a car, drove and saw these different plots of land that I looked on Craigslist, I Googled, hashtags on Instagram. We have the internet, so anything is possible to find. We go to this one place, Lake Elsinore. I'm like, babe, there's a lake there. It's going to be so nice. We get there. The lake is polluted. You can't swim in it. You can't do anything. So then we drive about 2 more hours out to Joshua Tree, California, which is about 3 hours from Los Angeles. And we get there, and it's beautiful. I mean, there's stars that are just as bright as this because there's no light pollution. So I was like, all right, we're going to do Joshua Tree. And there's this beautiful national park, all of these different things that you can visit. But the population is about 30,000. 1 more minute. So I'm going to, in conclusion, and I know you guys will have questions later that I'll definitely love to answer. But the main thing is that we had a goal. We did our research. We put a little piece of something. We took a rock from Joshua Tree, put it on our altar when we got back home. We prayed on it. We manifested it. Then this is October. In December, Leeway was like, you won the Leeway grant. And I was like, boom, we getting our land. But it was like, all right, how was I going to find land for under $10,000 in California when everything's $1 million? Googled something came up. This guy was like, listen, I'll let you guys do a payment plan. December 1, we had $0. We had to put $900 down before Leeway gave me the money. We drove Uber Eats furiously, put that $900 down, and May 1st, we made our last payment. Under $10,000, we bought 2 acres of land in Joshua Tree, California. We'll be able to dig a well, so we'll have our own water. We'll be able to grow our own food. We'll be able to put up an Airbnb, which Airbnbs are $350 a night maximum in Joshua Tree, if not more. So, and then I'll be able to plant some trees, and I'll cut them down, and Compton will have a college fund. So thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys so much. I really hope that everyone goes out, does the research. Even if it's 0.1 acres, it's yours, and it adds up to that $14 billion that Black people own land in this country, period. Thank you.